Pisces, this is your money story for the week of July 20th, 2026. But when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. Let's call in spirit and see what your money story is this week. Okay, let's see what the financial looks like for you this week, Pisces. I hope that you're doing well. Pull a couple of oracle cards here first, and then we'll pull some tarot cards. This is coming out a day late, so I apologize. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's see what's going on for your financial for the week of July 20th. Spirit. Message for Pisces. What do they need to know about their financial for the week of vacation? Start a perfect vacation. Enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. Well, that's nice. And we have foresight. Pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth. Be far-sighted and alert. And we have bright ideas. Okay. Have an innovative new inspiration, test new ideas, and break out fast. Take action on your ideas. Okay. So what I'm feeling here, Pisces, is that you may be longing for some type of vacation. So it's come to an idea about what you want to do. Some type of enjoyment or freedom to go do whatever you want. Some time to recharge, get away from the daily grind kind of thing. But what Spirit is asking you to do is to really pay attention to the things that are important, to ensure that you have enough money to do this. So be farsighted and alert. So what you're spending, there could be things that are coming out of your account, Pisces, that you're unaware of, like subscriptions that you don't use anymore, things like that. So Spirit is asking you to have a foresight into these things because you may be wanting to save for this vacation. You've come up with this bright idea of how to, get some time to recharge here. You've been inspired maybe by somebody else that has gone on this trip before you or gone on a trip at all. It's inspired you to want to go on vacation as well. The Spirit is asking you to, in order for you to save, in order to go and do this, you might want to pay attention to some of these important things to ensure that you have enough money to do this. Let's pull some tarot cards. Message for Pisces for their money story the week of July 2026, please, Spirit. Okay, you're all dropping here. All right, Pisces. Okay, so I do see the Eight of Pentacles here. You are definitely working hard, okay? And you're looking at all the hard work that you've put into stuff. And you're like, okay, it's time for me to take a vacation, perhaps. Something like that. Looking at all the hard work you've done, and now it's time for it to pay off. In other words, is what you're feeling here. You've developed your skills. You've dedicated yourself to your craft. You've been very focused on your work, and it's time for you to take a pause. You may need to get away from this with this Hangman here. Look at the world in a different way. You've sacrificed a lot lately. You've worked hard, and Spirit is saying here, perhaps you need to get away to a new place. Sorry about the camera. To a new place where you can see things differently. You've been in this mundane ritual every day, the same environment, etc., etc. I feel like what Spirit is saying here is it's time to take a pause. Okay. And you may be thinking about this. You've come up with this idea. Maybe somebody else has had this idea as well, and it's made you really think about what you want to do and perhaps going on this vacation. a time for a recharge, or whatever it is for you, to take a pause and look at the world around you in a different way. We have the Five of Swords here. I feel like you're trying to come up with some type of solution in order to do this. So there is, Spirit is asking you to look at the things around you, okay, that may be draining your finances, in order for you to ensure that you have enough money to do what it is that you need to do in order to take this break. Coming up with some type of solution to do this. You've been stuck in this karmic cycle for a while, with this Wheel of Fortune being reversed, and it's time to break free from this. I feel like it's like work every day, all day long. Same thing every day for a really long time. And you're really needing this getaway, this break, this renewal, even if it's a staycation, something like that. And you're hopeful that you can try to find this out. You've had this idea to refresh yourself. Somebody may have gone on the same type of trip, or you've been inspired by somebody, and then you're now have the hope to do this as well, so that you can heal, so that you can take time to rest, so that you can get away from this this karmic wheel where you're just like sitting stuck in the old all the time. You need to turn the wheel in the new direction here and be able to see the world in a different perspective. Please clarify the Eight of Pentacles. So I do feel, you've been really focused on work for a long time. You may have these limited beliefs that this is the way that life is. Okay. I have to keep working every day, sitting in this job, not even thinking about taking some type of, vacation to where I could see the world in a different way. But I do feel that you've had new insight here for whatever reason. Please clarify this Hangman. So yeah, I definitely see you wanting to take or letting go of something, letting go of, what's holding you back right now, perhaps, and seeing the world in a different perspective by maybe taking a vacation or a leave of absence or something like that, where, you don't want to miss your chance. You don't want to do it when you retire. You may not feel well enough to do it, in other words. You don't want to miss your chance now. You want the chance to be able to see the world in a different way than you have been by sitting behind a desk every day or whatever it is that you do. You don't want to miss your chance at being able to take a pause and see the world in a new perspective. Please clarify the Five of Swords. So I feel like you're coming up with some type of solution to it and really looking at your foundation here. Looking at your financial foundation in order to be able to do this. So Spirit has reminded you to pay attention to the things that are important, such as your home, your family life, your home structure, things like that, to ensure the wealth. But the same thing is that you may need to look at everything with a fine-tooth comb in order to be able to take this vacation or this staycation or whatever, to take a break, to take a pause, to be able to see the world in a new perspective. There could be some type of instability within the home life, or there'd be arguments about doing this, taking this vacation. But I feel like if you really try to come up with a solution here, by maybe looking at the spending, you might find that money to be able to do this. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. So there may be some arguments about you wanting to take this vacation or whatever this is. But I feel like there'll be a resolution or some type of discussion on how to come up with this money. You may not, and Spirit is asking you to look at those little things that you may not necessarily know that are kind of draining your account. So I feel like with the King of Pentacles, you're taking leadership role in this, okay, in order to make a change. Please clarify the Star, and it's giving you a lot of hope and mental clarity here. I feel like it's giving you mental clarity in order to manifest what it is that you want. What is the outcome here? So there's going to be some decisions on what you're going to put as priority. And there's going to be a new idea or breakthrough. That's what this bright idea is. Okay. So the outcome here is there's going to be some decisions, some things you're going to have to put as priority over others. And you're going to weigh your options, whether to go or not to go. And I feel like you're going to. This is the outcome here. You're going to see things differently. You're going to have new ideas, breakthroughs. Perhaps you're going to say like, okay, well, maybe I can't go to Europe or something like that, but I can go to the next state and get an Airbnb by a lake or whatever it is, okay? There's going to be a breakthrough or an idea for you to be able to take a break from work and see the world in a new perspective, to take some time for rejuvenation, okay? To see things differently and get a recharge. What is the advice here? We have the Hermit. The advice, please, Spirit. What is the advice here for Pisces? Okay. So take the blinders off and have some introspection at this time in order to come up with a plan is what I feel like the advice is for you, Pisces. Yeah, you need some introspection here, some inner guidance, perhaps some prayer in order, or soul searching. What is it that you want to do? Okay. Taking some time alone to really think about what it is that you want. Get rid of those limiting thoughts, negative thoughts that you can't ever do this, that kind of stuff. So that's what Spirit's advice is for you, to really take some time for yourself. Perhaps this is even just by taking this vacation, having this time to yourself to really think about the world around you, seeing it in a different perspective. There is going to be a breakthrough here. There is going to be some new insights. You're going to have some mental clarity. You're going to make a decision. You're going to weigh your options. Spirit is advising you to really look at your finances with a fine-tooth comb. Perhaps there is some stuff that you're paying out that could pay for this trip or whatever it is that you're wanting to do, that you don't even realize that is coming out of your account, is what I'm picking up here. But there's going to be a breakthrough here. You're wanting this vacation, okay? And I feel like you're going to get it with some careful introspection and some decisions here. Back of the deck, we do have the Hierophant. So I definitely feel like, you praying about this, manifesting this, it's going to happen for you here, Pisces. Let's pull a message from the Akashic Records to finish up your reading. I like this money story. So it seems like there's some type of plan in order to create something to get you away for a little while, to see the world in a different way. Spirit message from the Akash. Okay. Follow your passion. Can't get any clearer than that. Is there something that excites and motivates you? It's a message from your Akashic record that it can lead you to your abundance. Don't silence it. So I feel like you're very passionate about this, perhaps about traveling, about a vacation, about how it could be just going to Disney World. Whatever it is, you're very passionate about it, and you're going to make a plan. Okay, you need some introspective time. So taking some time to yourself to really, figure this all out. But you're going to do it. You're going to come up with an idea. You're going to weigh the options, and you're going to get to that place where you're going to see the world in a different way. I'm going to leave the message there, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons if you want to. And I will see you tomorrow for your tarot card of the day. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.